Okay. Let me just make sure. Okay, we're in business. I'm such an idiot. I toggled something else that I shouldn't have. Alright, we're good now. Well, good news is, this, we're on the save file that I was at, so we gotta redo all the shit that I was doing before. Oh yeah, what was that one, quest? Oh, was it worth doing? Oh, no, whoops. That one. Sweetest debt? Is it sweetest debt? Donna Smiles. Was it Donna Smiles that I need for that one? Oh god, I don't remember. There's a Pawn Spectre one. Hoverstone, that's what it was. Just give me some money. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the main quest. We'll head over there right now. God.
Maxis, we're sitting ducks here. I'm aware. Where did these bastards come from? What the?
Maxis, fall back now.
You lot. What are you?
Okay. Round two. Did I miss? I think I missed. Yeah, fuck you. Oh shit, again?
I'm feeling
Yay.
Kino!
Well evaded.
Just like that.
Kino ready to go all in.
We can definitely do this. We can do it. Everyone, let's go. Come on.
Indeed, I concur.
We can definitely do this.
There we go. Now we're back. God.
That's all of them. We're in the clear.
Breathe deep, men, and prepare for the next wave. Let's go through this again. High Etia, deploy your shields. Stop the advance on the gates. Anyone with a rifle, clean out small targets in range. Remember, all we're here to do is buy time. Eliminating all threats is not our mission. Make no mistake.
Mom.
Fogby sighted.
To arms!
They're all just gone.
What? But how?
How are you? All well?
Yeah?
What the hell are you?
Never you mind that. We've come to make a request.
Okay, sorry, I'm
Time
just
is
checking
of
on my
the
end.
essence.
If it's back on.
Go
Ah, thank God.
Would you return to Grandel?
The
If
wonders
you're
of
asking
streaming.
like that, I assume you know why we left.
Indeed.
Then you must know why that's not an option.
What if I said Grandel is besieged by fog beasts?
Are you serious?
I'm far too busy to come here just to lie.
And the villagers? Are they safe?
Yes, for the time being, but not for much longer. You don't seem all that surprised, Maxis.
No, I didn't know. Just connecting the dots. If we were hit, then
Well, I trust I needn't spell it out for you. A veteran of the Guard.
you need not. But it's not as simple as you make it out.
I never said anything about simple.
But you did ask.
You forget yourself, Maxis.
Do I now?
What matters here is that the lives you have been guarding are once again in danger as we speak.
Yes, but
You're free to have your reasons. But you need to find a way to accept reality and move forward in your life. Maxis, we are the lucky ones.
what do you mean?
We can go home.
That's nonsense.
Sorry, I'm not paying attention because I already heard this.
Yes,
I'm just waiting for
but
this
our
to end
home
so
is
we
right
get
there,
good
even
cut.
if we cannot live in it now. But what of the other refugees? To them, home is gone. Even if they could leave, they have no certainty home still exists.
But we left them for dead. How could we possibly?
It is never too late to make amends. As long as you live. After all, despite your quarrels, you are neighbors, family. Those bonds can withstand more than you think. Maxis, realize what you have. Do it before it's too late, or you'll regret it.
Maxis, I'm going with these people. I can't turn my back on them.
Maxis?
You're damn good. All right, I'm in.
So you're with us?
Truly.
Yes, but it wasn't your fancy words that swayed me.
Okay, cool. Not new dialogue.
My family needs me.
Fine. As you wish.
But my painting bum bum.
Yep.
Real feather brain.
Mm-hmm. And they're just dancing. Oh, okay. Ugh.
Oh.
Ah, damn it! I should have gotten like heal. Okay, let's get everyone up. Look at all these points. Okay. Damn, I'm gonna fucking upgrade that. Okay. I don't have that equipped, but you know what? That's fine. And then Nene I'm not really using. Alright, so back to it. Oh, okay, over here. Thank God for fast travel. Hello, Ono. Welcome back with audio.
Useless little spoiled princess brat.
Indeed. Much indeed.
No sign of Miss Melia yet?
Not so far! Damn! Bunch of new hostiles closing in!
There's so many.
The lot from the Cape really left us for dead. Miss Tyrell, it's all over. Please, pull back.
Not just yet. Stand firm. Believe in our brethren.
Damn, Tyrell is fucking
In
look
your
badass.
new leader.
But man, there's only so much you can do.
When you see me fall, abandon this place and withdraw into Grand Dell.
Oh man, she's gonna have to fight that fucking dino.
Victoria!
Oh shit.
He kept kept us waiting. You big jerk.
Lady Melia!
I was like, can you guys go a little faster rather than just walking?
It looks like you brought the companions with her.
Let's clear a path.
Dramatic entrance, yeah. Dramatic entrance while everyone's like, please. Enough with the dramatic entrances. I don't think I can ever get the last one. Fuck yeah! Pawn Specters be the shit, yo. It was so worth it. So much better than chain attacks. No nerf. Keep in. Unbuff. By unbuff everything so they can become buff. Oh shit! I'm dead. I didn't even realize I was dying. And we were so close to him. Oh man! That fucking sucks. I didn't realize that I died. Oh, damn it. Why did I spend it on Kino? Okay, yeah, the problem is the smaller enemies. Wow, we were close to beating the big guy, and then the little guys would have been no problem. But you know what? Here we are. Okay, where's the... Oh, there you are. Not yet. Not until it gets to half. Okay. Pawn Spectre time, bitches. Ow! Fucking dead. So good.
Maxis, thank you.
Huh. It's me who should be thanking you, Ransom.
Kiss.
You hadn't spoken up when you did. We couldn't
Language?
be
No, you
having this
language.
conversation.
What are you talking about? If it weren't for your help, we'd all have kicked it ages ago.
Miss Melly looking for Tyrea? She go back after healing. Cannot put up with this sentimental manure. Was exact words.
Sounds just like her.
To a T.
Lady Melia, I'm glad we trusted you. We owe you a debt for our lives.
No. You have only each other to thank.
No, take their debt. Come on, Melia.
Wait up. Melia? Did he say Melia?
Indeed.
Surely not. You can't be the Melia Antiqua.
Wow, bitch.
Antiqua.
Yes. I do get called that sometimes.
No. What? That means... Your Highness is the Crown Princess Melia.
Do you need a minute, Maxis?
Impudence. This girl is the
Jesus.
true-born child of our late Emperor Sorin, the Imperial successor, Crown Princess Melia Antiqua.
Is he telling the truth?
Yeah.
It was not my intent to deceive. I thought if I announced myself, it could bring hope, but it could also bring despair. What our people need now is hope only. Hence the discretion. I'd appreciate if you treated me normally. Right. That is enough of that. Much work remains, after all.
You mean slaying the Fog King? Lady Melia, we companions
Yeah, how
will
close are
form
we
your
to that?
honor guard.
I feel like we still have a good while before we have a chance of slapping around the Fog King.
You won't. You companions will join Tyrea and guard Brandel from Fogbeast incursion.
But that's...
Listen to me, Maxis. You feel you want to dispel the regrets of your brethren by your own hands. I understand well. But, for the sake of those fallen, you must protect the living. Don't you think that's the best way to use your talents right now? The Companion's strength, Grandel's knowledge, Tyrea's will. Without any one of those, the town would be lost. It's the only way.
I understand. We accept. Trust us with the ramparts.
Thank you. Truly.
Lady Melia, take care.
Absolutely.
I like how Shulk has just been silent.
Maxis
Like,
and his
I
companions.
did stuff too.
They're counting on us, too.
Yes. Let us perform the enhancements at Radsom's. May we, Radsom?
Ah, only too gladly, Miss Melia.
It's ready.
Ha! Huh? It's not changed much. Still same.
Quite.
Well, it was more of a tweak.
I don't mind. If it lets us take down the Fog King.
Theoretically.
Finally come time for denouement. Days of Fog King numbered.
Alright, what's our quest now? What's our mission?
Well, it is time.
Please come back safe.
Oh, Teelan is talking.
Teelan, not to cause mischief in meantime, okay?
So, you did.
Okay, I
To
guess.
you, and to Teelan.
I'm very tired. That's what he sounds like. Fucking Teelan. Whoa! Fucking exhausts and that
Strength
shit.
and honor, friend.
We will do our best.
Monado out here
The
looking
Fog
like
King
Red
is in
Queen.
the villa.
You saw it,
Yeah.
but how will we get in there? I tried to enter several times, but the transporter refused to work.
That's because it was set so that only I could activate it.
Oh gosh.
Why?
The villa was where I rescued Teelan from the Fog King's clutches before you came. I wanted to seal it off and trap the monster inside.
Except...
The transporters, they don't mean a damn thing to it. Still, it seemed better than nothing, so I put it on lockdown.
Mask.
is that...
I used this for authentication. Take it. I have no need of it anymore.
I see.
We'll keep guard here, don't worry.
Good. I shall count on it.
Our race's future is in your hands. Got it?
All right. I won't let you down. Well, let's go.
Nanny got friends and friends of friends. That line of Hero Volcano!
You brave few who venture forth.
Teal.
We salute you.
Damn, buddy, calm down with the wave. You know, fucking fling your arm around. You're gonna dislocate something. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. Yeah, whatever. Yay! Okay, yeah. Time has come. And so have I. Your last laugh, because you came to die. Alright. See how this goes. Alright, fog bitch. Ready to get murked? I wonder. Like, I'm very, very curious as to what the Fog King is. Like, obviously the rift is kind of a hint towards something, but I'd like to see. Oh shit. Should we fight it? We should probably fight it.
Let's go! Summon Bolt!
Take this!
I'm feeling it. Not good enough. Everyone, let's go. We can definitely do this. Monado,
Excuse me. Oh shit, I'm dazed.
let's focus our efforts. Monado, lend us your power. Everyone, let's go.
Damn it.
Good job, everyone.
Let us hurry onwards.
what's inside. Hello, dank monstars. Doesn't seem to be anything else in here. Oh, there's a quiet moment. Quiet event? I don't remember what it's called. Quiet moment, yes. Yay. Remember that shit?
Not long now, father, brother. With these two hands of mine, I will reclaim Alchemoth.
Hey, Melia,
Oh,
are you nervous?
Do not worry, Shulk. I'm just a little heightened. Trembling with excitement, as Dumban might say.
That's good to hear. I suppose it's no great wonder, though.
How about yourself? You've been given a big role to play. Taking it in your stride as usual.
Well, I've been remembering our time on the Bionis shoulder. It hasn't been easy, but we found the refugees here. Got to know Teelan and so on. I'm glad we came.
I see.
If we can retake the capital, and then get ourselves back to Colony 9, that'll be us sorted.
Sorted? Huh?
That's right. We're just about there now. We've got this, you know.
Unless
I'm
the
sure.
Fog King is like level 80, then
What's
we might
wrong?
not have this.
Say, Shulk. Tell me, what are your thoughts on the rift?
Right. Considering everything we've seen so far, we don't really know all that much about it. I've never seen anything like it. The Fog King, I mean. It's alien to the Bionis and Mechonis.
Indeed. The rift is a complete and utter enigma to us. All we know for certain is that its existence poses danger. A wholly new threat. For a wholly new world.
Sounds ominous.
Are my fears unfounded?
To be fair, there's a lot about this world that's different. Frankly, it's anyone's guess right now. Does it bother you? The rift, I mean.
I have an ill premonition.
Oh?
Disaster. Complete ruin. Inescapably looming over our future. I know not why, but that is the vague dread that I feel when I consider the rift.
Hey now.
I'm sorry. I know we have a big task ahead. I'll try to keep my chin up.
It's okay. Your misgivings may just be a weird hunch. Or for all we know, they might come true tomorrow. But there's plenty more we don't know. The future. No one knows it for certain. Still, that doesn't mean we're entirely helpless. Our actions, they're what shapes the future. We've proven that countless times already. So I think we'll get through this. If we stand together, no power in the world can stand against us.
Shulk. I swear, you never change.
Oh, sorry. I guess I might have gone a bit overboard.
No, I don't think that's possible. I think your words have hit the mark exactly. The future is ours, and it is decided here. All we can do is give our all to build a better one. Indeed, whatever awaits ahead. I seem to be in your debt again. You keep doing this, always helping me when I'm down.
I didn't really do anything, though. I'm just happy I could lift you up.
My thanks. All right, then. We have crucial work to do.
Defeat the Fog King and restore Alchemoth, right?
Exactly right. Shall we?
Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's get down to it. That was a long, quiet moment. Alright. I'm about to see if this is like a battle tower, like Dixon's whole spiel. Oh, cool. Say before continuing. Okay, hold on. Cool. That's nice that it tells you that. Okay. Just in case. Let's go. Nope. Nope. Just straight up.
Fog King looking awfully foggy today.
I would guess it correlates with the widening of the rift.
It changes nothing. The time is now.
Fuck, the Monado looks really cool. What was that?
Smelly! It working!
Yes. Now then.
Melia, let's go!
Was that an attack from Melia, or?
My friends, lend me your strength. The future belongs to us.
King of Fog will no name of hero born hero! Monster in for proper bashing!
Yeah, well, here we go. God, this song is fucking awesome. Just the vocals. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Hunters, we're ready for your assistance!
T2 ready and able. Hiding time!
You know, I'm gonna use the Pawn Spectres for healing. Oh shit! Too early. Ayy.
Success! King of Fog White Dust! And kindly never to come back.
Shulk, what's wrong?
The sky.
There's an even bigger Fog King.
The rift is expanding.
Mama, something not right. Foggy fluffies are coming together.
Oh. Cool.
Not take no for answer.
What is the meaning of this?
It must be drawing its strength from the rift. And now it's even bigger.
In other words, if we could close the rift, we might have a chance.
It's possible. But first, let's do all that we can here.
You're right.
This is all over Kino's head. What does Hero One fight against impossible odds is natural like breathing. Fine then, time to dish out extra mega serving of fishy fancy with cherry on top.
Here we go. That's not good. That's definitely not good.
Sorry.
Melia's. God damn.
Sorry.
Like Melia's the only one. Oh shit. That kicks me out and I gotta redo this whole fight again. Oh, damn. Well. See how this goes.
Alright, I'm feeling it. We can definitely do this.
We're just going through it like nothing. Hey! They got for casual mode. Alright. And the real question is this.
There's no end to them. We can definitely do this. Perspective, we're ready for your assistance.
Getting emotional. Hiding time. You get stung. Conspectors, go for it.
One would never worked that hard before.
Backslash. Yeah. Shadow Eye.
Building within me. Your skill is captivating. Just remember, it's Hero who will be hero born.
Everyone, let's go. We can definitely do this. Monado, lend us your power. I have to protect everyone. Take this.
Oh. It's just spinning around with choke.
We can definitely do this.
Shit. Oh god. Ooh.
Perspective, we're ready for your assistance.
Let's kill this thing.
Perspectives, do it now.
Fucking love the no puns.
It keep happening. What are we supposed to do now?
Holy shit.
Don't give up. No matter how many times it returns, we can bring it down just
Holy
the
shit,
same.
Melia.
Our future must be kept safe. What?
Telethia.
Telethia? Why? What? What on Bionis?
Are they going into the rift?
Melia, for whatever reason, those explosions seem to be distorting and destabilizing the rift.
Incredible. They saved us.
Are they just running into it?
Fine. Time to finish this. Please, buy me some time.
God, you gotta go through him 3 times. Well, kind of like, Zanza. Unless there is, like, a legit 3rd time. Thank God for casual mode. God, this only makes me worried a little bit more because of the fact how
Grant me your strength, friends.
X is probably going to be as difficult as this. So if I were to do X, I'm probably going to have to like really, really grind that out. Music's still fucking good in this game. Especially the added tracks.
It's the throne!
future is safe. Finally.
It is.
Hmm. Uh-oh. Is it credits? No, thankfully. Alright. I was gonna say, have some kind of wrap up. Hey, Harpy. I mean, yeah, that would be something if everybody died. There's fucking Teelan. Hi, everyone. I'm so tired. That's what he sounds like. Ha 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 ha. Shulk, you're so hilarious. Yep. Tyrell. We did it, y'all. We defeated the big bad monster. Okay, that's it for Future Connected. Future Connected? Yes. Future Connection? I don't remember. FC? Now for Diablo, pay me. So yeah, this is interesting. How much? Everything. Pay me everything. Give me 1 sec. Cause there's something I wanna check. My thing before I give my overall tuts. Oh, wrong one. Whoop, and that whoop. That one. Change to that one. Sorry, give it 1 second. Okay. I don't think that's that much of a difference. The fucking CPU, holy shit. Alright, yeah, we'll change it back to the other one. Sorry, I'm getting like 2 options for my capture card. I'm gonna go for the one that doesn't fucking bring up my CPU. Alright, sorry. What was the reason for the Biss being around? The hiss? The fog? The hiss fog? They didn't really explain what it was. They just, as far as I've seen. So yeah, okay, let's talk about Future Connected. This is just you two right here. Oh, the boss? Well, I don't know, to be honest. Unless there is something afterwards that talks about it, or is a connection to one of the other games? I don't know. Okay, we're about to get another thing, but I guess just welcome back home, everyone. We did it, y'all. There's Dunban, yay! There's Charla, and there's Fiora. Hey, and there's Roy. And Riki.
They're waiting
There's the
for
crew.
you, Melia.
Does this world need a coronation? I just don't see the point.
Don't say that. It is the will of the people. It will mark the birth of a new era.
You'd also have been a fine choice.
Yes, well. I'm occupied with my research, as you know, Empress Melia.
Don't mock me.
Here we go.
Yes.
Okay, well, that was it. Huh. Huh. Anything else? Or is he gonna kick me back to the title screen? All right, kicking me out. So yeah, let me talk about it. As the main story goes, there's not really anything that really classifies as to what this threat is, which I thought was weird. I don't know if there were like side quests or like little hints or something around. Trying to give you an idea of like what exactly is going on. Wait, new game elements. Shulk's weapon has been changed in future connected. The 8th challenge in the main is time attack has been unlocked. Master level arts. Oh, okay. Wait. I just want to check through the thing. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I like the fact that it gives you like unlocked stuff so you can go back and tackle the game on again. Yeah, the only thing that you get from when you see the Fog King is that the creature is some kind of weird interdimensional thing. So that's why it was interesting to see that big rift, but they didn't really talk about it yet, give an explanation as to why this rift is going on. I don't know if like I said, I don't know if there's like any explanation somewhere else. Because X1 ends with a newly constructed world universe. I don't think so. I think the Bionis just falls, and that's it. Like Shulk was given a choice to become God and reconstruct the world, but I don't think that was it. Sorry, I'm moving a lot. I don't think so. Yeah, because when this particular part starts, they still say that this is the Bionis' shoulder, that obviously pieces have been, I guess, just floating around. And then Alchemoth still being there. Like, and they talk about that it's only been a year since their adventure. I don't know. I don't know with this. I feel God. I'm flubbing around here because like I feel a little mixed about this particular story. We got Naki as is. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this particular epilogue. Because it's one of those weird things where I think it was more in the line to add something to already existing fans. To be like, oh, you get to go on one more adventure. And for someone that's just jumping into this and has no relation or any connection to the series, it's just like, okay, I mean, it's cool that they add an epilogue that takes 1 year from the base story, but I don't know why, like, it just felt like the threat. Yeah, I think that's it. I expected more, because obviously with the base game being so much and this kind of being the epilogue, I don't know. It's like they couldn't go further and beyond and just create like Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, like Final Fantasy. Where it's like, oh, here's this expanded sequel story. It's just like, it's just an epilogue, so it's not gonna take too long. But yeah, I think that was kind of it. It's just like I expected more. Yeah, Future Connected just felt weird because this kind of like relates back to me playing Final Fantasy, specifically Final Fantasy VII, and just diving deep into that and playing the compilation and watching Advent Children. And this was like context of me just beating Final Fantasy VII Remake, and the addition of Advent Children is still speculated as to like how that connects to Final Fantasy VII Remake. But like if you were to just watch Final Fantasy VII, okay, let's say Remake didn't exist. You go through Final Fantasy VII Original, Advent Children, play Crisis Core, and play Dirge of Cerberus. After Final Fantasy VII, Advent Children just feels like this tacked on thing that shouldn't feel like it exists. Like there was no reason. But now with the addition of Remake, there's speculation as to why Advent Children, or like how Advent Children connects to that. So kind of coming back to this, there's this addition to this main story, but it really adds nothing to it. That's why I don't know if this might have a connection to the second game. I don't think so, because there hasn't been anything or any reveals besides that. Let me rephrase that. There hasn't been like any reveals or anything, any characters or any talk about like there's this other world that exists, and then shot of big tig old bitty anime waifus, and it's like, oh oh like there's nothing there. So I don't know, I just feel this just felt tacked on. Yeah, I would assume that they're just references to like the original thing. Yeah, paper thin. Yeah, that's understandable. So as much as I wanted this to kind of like, I don't know, exceed my expectations, I have to say that the combat is a little improved. It's still the same, but there's some minor changes that I like. So what I really enjoyed was the addition of the no-pawns. The no-pawns, I think, are way better than the chain attacks. And I enjoyed it more. But I'm trying to think, like, besides that, what else was changed? Oh, you don't get the visions anymore. So I thought that was I mean, in story context that makes sense because of the fact that Shulk doesn't have visions anymore. So it's like, okay, so we pretty much have to go through with this. And it's also kind of nice that, you know, the vision changing music doesn't cut in while the cool song is happening. Like you just get like the dire music and then back to the cool song. So I think that was kind of nice. But yeah, there were some minor things that I liked with the combat, but still it's one of those things where the combat is still not my favorite, but it's tolerable for me. I'll play the others. I don't know, man. I don't know, because this is the thing that I worry about, because I just beat this on casual. I beat it on the casual mode, and the casual mode, I still have to say, is one of the best things they included in this. I think it's fantastic. I think it's if it's for someone that's more interested in the story and does not care for the combat like me, I think it's perfect. And this kind of leads to the whole issue of me getting into the other games, specifically with Xenoblade Chronicles X, is that game, I don't know how that game is. That game could be like I want to say a nightmare, but like fucking I don't know, like there might be some things in that game where it becomes way too tedious to the point where it's just like I might, Like, I feel like if I were to jump into that game, there's going to be a lot of grinding streams, which, depending on the guys watching, depending on you guys watching, if you just care about that. I know a lot of guys on here saying that they don't really care. So I mean, if they don't really care, then that's great. To be honest, that kind of like relieves a lot of pressure off me. I don't think they got left with the baby shard of power Monado. Yeah, I mean, the new Monado looks cool. Looks like a fucking crazy ass techno shit, but I like it. So yeah, so for this epilogue, I guess I'll try to give it my main pillars. So yeah, story. The story is weird. Story's weird. If I start with 2, you check in. Okay, cool. But I'm gonna try to get into X, so I can just see and then listen to the really, really goofy music that I kind of like, because X has some goofy music. Yeah, the story in this is weird because, like I mentioned before, it just feels tacked on. There's nothing really added to the story besides, I guess, Melia getting her castle back, her country essentially. But yeah, there's nothing like really too crazy that really adds to the story. Like, the interdimensional monster thing was an interesting thing, but it just kind of like fizzled out, especially when like there was no explanation as to like why this rift is happening. I could be wrong. I could be remembering incorrectly that maybe something happened, but it's like I don't remember anything that really comes to mind as like why this monster's here. It's interesting that if it affects the wildlife, and like the only thing that doesn't affect is the Telethia, and like I started to come up with my own headcanon as to like why the Telethia were fighting the rift, and I think it kind of leads back to the whole thing that the Telethia are like the white blood cells of the Bionis, so it will try to get rid of the weird foreign invaders. So I think like that was my own headcanon, is that like, oh, they're attacking this weird thing that appeared on the Bionis, so they're going to try to get rid of it, which, okay, that in my headcanon makes sense. The whole lore of but that's what I'm saying, is like this kind of leads back to the whole thing as to like why this felt really like underwhelming. Is just like Xenoblade Chronicles, the base game, I think is fucking fantastic. I think it is so fucking good. I think it's so good, and it was a good idea for me to actually review the base game and then review this as its own separate thing, because this kind of feels a little different, obviously, from the mechanics and what's going on in the world, but it doesn't get too crazy, unlike the base game, which is like, it's like I'm waiting for something to happen, or like a villain to appear, but no, it's just like this weird interdimensional force that is the antagonist, and it's like, oh, okay, I guess. I mean, the one neat thing, and this kind of leads into I guess like characters, is that like it's just Shulk and Melia. Everyone else was like, I guess, a side quest character that I did not interact with, because like Tyrell was one of them. I remember someone mentioned that that Teal'c was a side quest character, and I'm like, oh, this particular epilogue expected you to finish everything, and I didn't do that, obviously, and because this was the problem with the side quests, is that none of them were particularly interesting. A lot of them were just like, fetch this thing for me and come back. That's it. Get this item for me and that's it. And it's like, I don't really care. That's why, like, with the majority of the side quests that I was doing, I was just skipping dialogue, because I'm like, alright, I want to go get this thing, get the experience, and get out. And then obviously it kind of bit me in the ass, because there are these characters, like, with the appearance of Teal'c was just like this one weird thing where like Shulk and Melia, like, Teal'c, And I'm like, who? Like, who? Who's that? And then Tyrell, I believe her name is. I want to say Tyrea, but I don't know. Anyways, that she's Melia's like half sister, I guess. And it was nice to see her have a character change. That she, but she was being used by the queen, the empress. But she had this whole character change where she's like, you know what, you're right. You're right. Can you ask why I played on casual, not the original? I'm not gonna lie, I prefer the story rather than the gameplay, and I kind of just wanted to get through the gameplay. Because the combat is not my favorite, to be honest. I don't really dig the combat, but I'm more interested in the story, and I'm more interested in like seeing what exactly goes on. And this kind of brings back to the whole thing of casual mode being very good, because casual mode kind of, because I'm trying to think, because I fought fuck, what is it? I fought the Fog King on original, and then when he got into his second form, that's when everything started to go fucking bad. And I'm like, all right, might as well just switch to casual mode. So I just switched to casual mode, and I'm like, okay, we're good. Because this is also the interesting thing that this particular epilogue doesn't do. There's no autosaves. There's autosaves, but not really autosaves. Because it's not like the base game where, like, if you die from a boss fight, like, let's say in, I guess, the second phase or something. I'm trying to remember. Was there really a moment where, like, I got into a second phase of a boss fight? And then... No, that's a lie. That's a lie. Because you still required to... Because I'm trying to remember Zanz's fight, and it still required you to do the first phase and then the second phase. So even then, I don't know. Casual mode, I think I just prefer, because like I said, I'm more interested in the story rather than the gameplay. But it doesn't really deter me that I'm going to not replay this game, because there are some, like I said, there are some nice unlockables in here that I do want to check out. And obviously, the new game plus with this, I would like to see those character moments with like Ryan and Charla and like people I didn't really get my my affinity with. So like I'll probably go back and recheck that out. But yeah, I also, this came from the standpoint of someone that that wasn't too sure if people would be okay with me just grinding, because like I said, the combat in this wasn't my favorite, and I didn't want to really like bang my head against the wall. But now that I know that people don't really mind, I was just like, okay, now I kind of can grind. But like I said, we're already at the end point of the game, and I'm just like, I want to know how this ends. I'm like, I don't want to like go back, run around, spend another like hour. I wasn't really playing out of passion. Yes and no. Yes and no. Like I said, the story I'm more interested in. Oh, question mark. I don't know. Like, that's... Damn, passion? That's such a loaded question. Because I'm not passionate about the combat. I've already expressed how much like I didn't like the combat, even during the game. Like, during the main story. Like, I'm like, the combat's not really my favorite. But the fucking story is where it's like, it's so good that I'm like, it's like, I'll bear through this combat to get to this story. But I don't know. I don't know if necessarily saying that like I wasn't playing it out of passion, because like I said, this is my first time playing the game, and it's like I don't really have any connection to it until now. But with like the added addition of the new game plus and like all the unlockables and things like that, I kind of have a passion to go back and actually play this game. Because chat voted and you had no interest in the game. Yes. That's how that usually works. Yeah, everyone voted for it. Some of the game just didn't click the game. I wanted to finish it. There's a difference. I kind of understand what you're saying. Is that like I wanted to get it done. There's a difference. I was more interested in one particular thing of the game rather than the game itself. The game in its entirety. I like the game. I still do. But my thing is, I am not a fan of the combat. Someone could be a fan of the combat. Like, I guess you liking this game a lot. There wasn't a point of me where I wanted to be like, God, I want this fucking game to end. Like, there wasn't points of like, fuck, like, why am I playing this? It's like, no, it's like, I want to see more of the story because it captivated me so much because it's like, fuck, oh man, this weird god thing just popped out. What? And it's like, Shulk can become god? What? Like, there were things that was just escalating. It was like, it's like reading a good book, and it's like, it's such a page turner, this story, for example. It's such a page turner that I'm like, I want to know more. I want to like understand like what's going on, the lore. But it's just that one minor thing that it was the combat that I didn't really like. And even and this was also the thing, is that like I was grinding off stream as well. The off stream sessions of me grinding weren't terrible, but there was a moment where I had to make a decision during the base game where I had to decide whether or not should I continue to grind, because previously I did get I started to like rub my head a little bit and like scratch my head, because I'm like, all right, I'm at this level right now. I grinded up to this level, but I'm not ready for the boss. And then going out and exploring, a lot of the enemies are way over leveled than I am. And I'm like, I had to come up with a decision whether or not should I go for casual mode. And this is where I say casual mode really helped, because this kind of boosts up your defense and you're able to still tackle on harder enemies and still earn the experience after that. And I'm like, so casual mode is a good way to grind a little bit. So that's what I did for a little bit, but then at the end of it, I was like, I'll just leave it in casual mode, because it's just because I'm already here and I'm like, I want to know what's gonna happen. I really want to know. Like I said, it's like a yes and no when it comes to what you asked. Because like I said, if anyone were to come to me and you know, part of like the I guess whatever community, the Xeno community, I guess, and say, oh, you didn't fully experience the game, I would say, I guess I mean, I enjoyed the story. Like, I liked it. Like, I really did like it. Hell, I gave the base game a fucking 9.8. The minus 0.2 is because of the combat, because I'm not a fan of it. But I think like the overall stuff with like I think there's a nuance to business gamers only think they're good or bad. Yeah, I guess. I guess, because here's the thing, is that like, if a game has a very good narrative, I obviously want to continue on, and I want to know, because I would mention that, like, because the amount of stuff that I pointed out that was so good about the game kind of pushed away the bad being the combat. And it was like the music, the characters, the lore, the fucking setting, like all this shit in it that was like this minor blemish. The minor blemish I did not care about. My expression? My expression? Oh, you're trying to get a emotion. What was the emotion you're looking for? Maybe I can replicate it. But yeah, like I'm saying, is that like some, like, all those good things that I can say are very, very good things about this game are fucking fantastic. The base game, I mean. The base game, I think, is fucking fantastic. It's just the combat that's not my favorite, because because there's so much going on that it's like, you got to keep an eye on everyone's health. Also, you got to keep an eye on the cooldown, and you got to keep an eye on your enemy. You got to keep an eye on when your chances are. Like, there's a lot of things. Real gamers don't think critically? Oh, okay. Okay. Alright. Real gamers. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's if a purist was here and was like, well, you didn't play the game to its entirety and you didn't get the full Xenoblade experience. And I'm like, okay. Alright, I guess. I mean, I like it. I like it when Shulk told AI spirit god thing no. I liked it when Rhine was like Rhine time. Like this is like the only thing I could come up with. But yeah, but but like I'm saying before, is that like at an early standpoint, I was at this kind of like, whenever I bring up like an RPG, the only thing that kind of makes me reconsider like starting it up is grinding. That's my only issue, and it's like I know a lot of people are not interested in grinding, and especially when coming from a streamer standpoint, it's like, would anyone really like it if I was just grinding for like 2 or 3 hours, and then let's say I grinded and then I get back into like the main story and I still get my ass whooped and I have to go back to grinding? It's double the grinding. So it, like I said, it really depends on the person watching if they really care about it. I know some people mostly care about the story itself. Some people care about the main story and would rather see the main story and actual things happening rather than sticking around for a grinding section. So I kind of have to like measure it out of like either entertainment purposes or actual practicality being getting through the game, getting the experience. XC2 fans bigger, fan base bigger. Well, we'll see when we get into that game eventually. So yeah, there's my explanation. There's my excuse. I guess I can say. No, I mean that's my whole reasoning, is just like I still think this game is fucking fantastic. I mean, like I said, I'm a guy that mostly likes turn-based stuff. But it just felt very different, and it didn't really appeal to me, the combat, where it's like you gotta look at this cooldown and then you have auto attacks and there's like so much going on and then this and that. Like there were some things that I liked and some things I didn't like, but overall I have to say the combat is still, yeah, it's tolerable for me. You know, there could be people who say that they love the combat, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna tell them you're wrong, and because it's like, no, that's their preface. That's when it comes to entertainment, it depends on the person's preferences, and it's like if you liked it or not. People be like, I liked the combat, and I'm like, okay, well, you liked it, and I was like, for me, I didn't really enjoy it that much, but I thought it was okay-ish. Yeah, so getting back to the review part, so main story felt a little tacked on. Character stuff I did like, you know, some people changing. Actually, the only person that had change was like Tyrell. Oh god, I forget her name. It started with a T. Melia's assassin sister person, like she had a nice character change. And then Melia getting her throne, her place. And then setting. I think it's interesting at the fact that they focused on one particular part, and that being the Bionic's shoulder. I guess because of the fact that it needed to be close to Alchemoth. But it's nice to see that the landscape changed, obviously with the falling pieces. But yeah, there's like really nothing added to the setting. I guess how people kind of like accustom themselves to the area, like different villages and stuff like that. How they kind of like survived. And I think also the thing trying to add back to the story is the reasoning as to why certain people left Grandel? I think it is. Why certain people left Grandel and made the Cape area. I think the only character that, like, I'm trying to remember that didn't really do anything was that crazy guy, Gengar? I don't remember him. The guy who had his eyes closed for most of the time, and then when he got really crazy about, like, half-breeds being the superior race, it was just fucking okay. And then he just disappears. I don't know if, like, there's a side quest that, like, brings him back, but, like, he just disappears. Like, after the fight we had with him, he's just gone. Like, there's really nothing of, like, him reappearing and being like, I was the one that called the rift. Like, that would have been like, oh, okay. I mean, you looked evil at first, so I'm like, yeah. But then he just disappears. Like, he's never spoken about ever again. I thought that was really weird. Like I'm saying, like, there's a lot of things in this story, this particular epilogue, that's just, like, it's kind of really underwhelming. But yeah. But yeah. It's weird. Like, I'm thinking about the casual thing again, and it's like I played the game up until I got to a point where I was just like, might as well switch to casual. Like, I literally got to the end, and I'm like, this is switch to casual. Like, I played it normally, and then end part where it's just like casual. It's like, I want to see what happens to God Shulk. Yeah, it's like I did the exact same thing in here where I just got to the end of it and it's like casual mode. Just the switch up where we're like, how does this end? Yeah, so story, characters, setting, music. I think the added tracks are really fucking good. I think the added tracks are really, really good. Like the new battle theme for this area, I think it's really fucking good how it starts out. Oh, and the one vocal track with the boss fights, I think that fucking, oh my god, I think that's really good too. God. Oh, I'm reading your comment right now, Harpy. Yeah, I think that was also the other part, was that like they added a lot to the combat, especially in the base game. Oh yeah, gameplay and mechanics for this, just adding back to the review. I'm going like back and forth with this because it's just can't get my head straight. I like the addition. Like, I still feel the same about the combat. I think it's still tolerable, but like I still like the addition of the no-pawns, the pawn specters. I feel like they're way better than the chain attacks, to be honest. I think they're way better because of the amount of stuff that they can do. Like the healing and the buffs are really fucking overpowered. And same thing with like the damage attacks, where like they, depending how many no pawns you got, and I got all the pawn specters. When you get all the pawn specters and you do so much damage because of the amount that you have, it just feels fucking crazy. It feels so nuts. So I really like them because they really helped out. And yeah, the vision thing's not coming back. I think that's interesting because it makes sense story-wise. But besides that, when it comes to gameplay and mechanics, there wasn't really anything else. Yeah, wasn't really anything else besides that. Story, characters, gameplay, setting, characters, mechanics. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's my overall. I get tutorial 60 plus hours into X2. Oh, cool. That's awesome. That's cool, I guess. Oh yeah, just bringing it back to the thing about, I think that you mentioned that like a lot of the gang gets shafted. Like, that was the thing that really surprised me. Like, I was like, oh, it's just Shulk and Melia. And it makes sense because this feels like more of a Melia story rather than anything. Like, it's more Melia rather than Shulk. But it's kind of like, yeah, it's just like, I think the underwhelming part as well is just like, there's no one else here to be like, oh, like, I guess the only comedic relief that we really got was Nene and Kino, but like I kind of miss Ryan, I kind of miss the banter, I kind of miss like all that stuff. But yeah, it's just weird. You care less about her arc? Yeah, I kind of feel that as well. I like her as a character, but I don't really like particularly care about her story, and that's why I'm saying that like this felt kind of underwhelming, because it's just like it's more of a her story rather than anything. And like it felt like there was really no build up, you know what I'm saying? Like the only point of like anything happening was when they went back to the Cape and were like, they need, like, Grandel needs our help, and that was pretty much it. And then it's like, all right, let's go fight the boss now. No, yeah, it's just like I would rather have like the old gang back. Like Nene and Kino are supposed to be the replacements for Charla and Rhine, but it's like even then it's just like here's the other thing. I think my minor gripe is the fact that we started back at level 60, and it's like I would like my levels to be transferred to this epilogue, because it's like I spent fucking so much time into getting all the arts, not all, well yeah, majority of the arts, and upgrading them and getting them to the way I like, and it's just like, nope, epilogue starts everything all anew. It's like Shulk forgot all about that shit within a year. And it's like, fuck. Stole my XP, I guess, but no, Alvis stole fucking like what? 20 points worth of my XP? 20 levels, I should say. It's like, damn it. It's like, damn, that fucking sucks. Oh, that was also the other thing, is that like when you buy arts, you had to use like this one particular currency that was like a cog. Like I don't remember how you were supposed to get those. I don't remember if it was explained, but like yeah, it's like when you go buy a new, or when you buy a manual, there's like a little cog thing that like apparently is your currency, and I'm like, huh, weird. Like it's not even the money, it's this weird other currency. So yeah, overall thoughts of the epilogue, I give it like a 7. I give it like a 7 because it's just like it kind of like withers out in a sense. It's just like it doesn't really add anything. It felt tacked on. I can get it from a standpoint of someone who played the original game and played this version, and then it's like, oh, I get to go into the story again in this new particular part. But for me, just jumping into the main story and then jumping into this, yeah, I just like, yeah. What did you forget? Sorry. The cut. Oh, really? Huh. Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense. If it was a cut part that they look back on and just like, oh, let's bring this back, I guess. Yeah, it's like I said, it just felt really tacked on. So yeah, I think Xenoblade Chronicles 1 as a whole is a good game. I think it's a fantastic game, especially narratively. As someone that really, really appreciates a really good narrative, and was really surprised at like the amount of escalation that it went through in the base story, I think it's fucking fantastic. I think it's great. But yeah, like I said, the combat is the combat really depends whether or not you're cool with it and like you're able to continue on, but that depends on the person. But yeah, it's like this fucking base story is the shit. It is the shit. Like, I've never seen something go so far deep end since, like, fucking Shin Megami Tensei 4. Well, not even then. Not even Shin Megami Tensei 4. Just a Shin Megami Tensei game. Specifically the original games. Oh, really? It was a boundary break. Huh. That's interesting. But yeah, this epilogue just was really underwhelming, especially when coming off a high end, like the end of the base game. It's just like, it's like, damn. It's like, I feel like there should be more in this, but I mean, that's it. That's it. It's like, oh, man, especially when beating the story in this and just being like, fuck. It's like, I want to know what happens next. It's like, what is future connected? Like, what is it gonna add to the lore and shit? And it's just like, oh, Melia gets her home back, and we fight weird rift monster, and you get to have no pawns as your chain attacks, kind of. And it's like, oh, okay. Let you know. Do you like visual novels? Bro, I'm going to fucking chill the fuck out of 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. I think 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim is so fucking good. Like, the story in that fucking game is so good. And it sucks. Nobody knows anything about it. And it's such a tragedy. Like, if you want something with a fucking good-ass story, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. Especially if you're, like, really into, like, sci-fi stuff. I think it's really good. How much unnecessary dialogue it is? It's a visual novel. So it really depends. Really depends. Because, like, there are a lot of, like, character moments and shit like that. But, I'm trying to think. I think you can only get the fast forward when you actually beat the game. Yeah, I think that's the case. When you actually beat the game, you get the fast forward. But I think it's great because this is kind of talking about 13 Sentinels. 13 Sentinels is a visual novel / tower defense game. Like, the gameplay is interesting, and this is coming from someone that doesn't play tower defense stuff, but like it's neat on what they did with it. With the combat, where you have, I think, like a team of 6 people. You gotta defend, you gotta survive a wave of enemies, protecting this one point on the map, and pretty much kill all the enemies or hold out until the timer runs out. It's like some missions are like that. It was like a I think when it comes to the story, you're gonna have to, well, I'm not gonna say you're gonna have to pull out a notebook and write down notes, but there's like some things that you kind of have to remember. But the game does have like a little library area where it kind of like tracks down on all the stuff that like that people talk about and things like that. It's weird because it's like, I don't want to like spoil too much about 13 Sentinels because it's a very tough game to not spoil, because there's so much in it. But if you were to find that game for like I would say whatever price is good for you, I would say pick it up, because if you want something that like for me was incredibly engaging, I'd say it's super worth it. And it's just on PlayStation 4. That's the other tragedy. It's just on PlayStation 4. And visually it's, oh my god, it's really good. I think it's really good. Yeah, it's only on PS4. You don't have PS4? Damn. Yeah. So if you ever get a PS5 or PS4, 13 Sentinels Aegis Ring. Alright, well, Xenoblade Chronicles is done. Did I do it in the most purest way possible? No. But I like the fuck out of it. I really like this game. I really do. I don't really say this that much about like RPGs because like if it's a good story and I already experienced it, then I probably like toss it off to the side. I'm like, I'll touch it again some other time. But like there's some stuff in this that's like I do want to go back and I actually want to check out. Especially like getting New Game Plus and like actually possibly tackling on the enemies at a better level. Depending if the New Game Plus doesn't like escalate things as well. Like we're starting off enemies are like level 70 and it's like, oh. I don't know. Well, I mean that doesn't really push me away from that because I'm still going to try to experience it just to get like the character stuff because I really, like I said, I really do like the characters and I really do like the world. I like the swimwear for research. I have to now. Like there's a lot of neat things and it's still impressive at the fact that like it's this really big open world. Obviously there are sections that are split off because there are transitions on like how you get to certain places, but it's like it's pretty big. It's really interesting to see that it's like there's not that many loading times. I'm trying to think like, but yeah, it's like in this area it was like a temple you go into and like you don't really load into it, you just go in and that's it. Well, in the base game there was like that caverns you go into and like it has like a load screen, but that's pretty much that. But yeah, it's so crazy. Like when I started this game up the first time and I was like, huh, there's a pool, like there's a lake underneath Colony 9 and I'm like, I wonder if I could jump in the lake from the height I was in. And I was so surprised to see, oh shit, you can actually fall all the way down. That's why that led to so many times of me falling and getting fall damage. And getting, oh god. Yeah, it's impressive for the I have the original Wii version, well, not the original physical version, but I have the digital version on my Wii U and I'm really keen on seeing on how that version is. There was someone that came in here that was telling me about like the differences between the definitive version and the original, which yeah, this version I would have to say people should pick up, obviously at the fact that like there are some quality of life changes in this, like being the casual mode, apparently the indicator as well for like marked objectives. Like there's some really interesting things that this version does, and I'm glad I actually picked up this version, decided to play this version. I think also besides the art style where it got like a visual upgrade, well, a visual upgrade coming from someone that doesn't really know, but you know, some people might say that the visuals don't look good or something like that, but I think the visuals look really, really good in this game. I think the one thing, like this is like a little side note, I think the one thing that kind of like fucks up the visuals is that there are a lot of animations that's like, oh, it's a kind of a paint over the old stuff, because like there's some weird animations a lot of the characters do in this that look a little jank. Yeah, 9 out of 10. But besides that, it's like everything else looks fine. Everything else, like, there are some performance hitches in this Switch version, but like not anything that was like so to the point where I was like, oh god. Like I gotten used to like seeing some like small hitches and things like that, but yeah, that's more going on a tech standpoint. But yeah, good game. So I did it. Xenoblade Chronicles is done. Now the question becomes, do I decide to play X immediately? I don't know. Maybe I might take a little break because of Xenoblading, and maybe try to trick my mind and like, you know what, it's time. Because sometimes I have to do that because I'm an idiot. Yeah, so I might be back later, either with something a little short or just something off-handed, like maybe fighting games or something, whatever. But until then, thank you for hanging out with me, Harpy. Thank you for having a conversation with me about this whole game, because like I said, I like it. If someone were to ask me, do you recommend Xenoblade? I say, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. fuck yeah, it's a good game. Fuck yeah. It's a good game. I don't know if you like the combat, but I think it's a fucking great game. It's a fucking good game. You like talking nerd shit? I like talking nerd shit too. Like I said, I like it when people are here and, you know, if they talk with me, then yeah, it's a good experience. But yeah, fuck, dude, we did it. I thought it was gonna take me like forever to beat this, but no. I mean, obviously with me switching to casual mode, it kind of like shortened that time. Especially like towards the end of the game. It's such a weird thing because it's like I played the game normal up until the final boss. Up until the final boss, I just switched to casual and then like, oh, more story. It's like this happened in the base game and it happened in the epilogue, but even then it's just like I still really enjoyed it. I still really liked it. I really liked my time with it. Like I said, but there were some things that I missed out on, like the side quests, and that actually being some side quests being important to the main plot of the epilogue. But what can I do? All right. Oh yeah, the Zanza track. Fuck, dude. Like, oh god, I just want to reiterate, the fucking music in this game is awesome, and I think that's why I really like it so much, is because the music is so good. The music is phenomenal. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop now before I go off about the music. The music's so fucking good. But yeah, thank you for hanging with me. I'll be back later with something. Bye bye.